And now, live from Pod Cabin in Burbank, California, it's the Allison Rosen is Your New Best Friend show. Tonight, Allison welcomes her guests. She's a comedian, actress, podcaster, and the number one suspect if my son ever goes missing. It's Jackie Johnson. And she's a comedian, actress, producer, and the proud father of her sister's new baby. It's Helen Hong. Tone Zone is here to let us know that even though we are in the code red for climate emergency and are facing a possible total collapse of our ecosystem, Disney is finally booking resis on their brand new Star Wars hotel. I'm her husband, Daniel, saying hop on board the Love Bus and say hello to your new best friend, Allison Rosen.
Allison Rosen. Allison Rosen is your new best friend. Allison with her good times never end. Allison Rosen, doing the wavy pencil dance again. Allison's your new best friend.
Hello, my little Zeppolays. Welcome to another episode of Allison Rosen is Your New Best Friend. That particular carbohydrate that I now feel like maybe I said it wrong was sent in on Patreon by Jeffrey Chu. And it figures into my life perfectly because I just finished watching The Sopranos. And then today I was like, given that I started this series many, many years ago, I went back and I watched the first episode. But I think I said Zeppolays and it's Zeppolas. I don't know. I'll find out from my crowd, but I believe it's like a fried dough thing. Lots of fun stuff on Patreon. You can submit a carb, which I will mispronounce sometimes. We've officially named the bonus episodes The Friend Zone, where Daniel and I answer your questions. However, other guests appear plenty. You can watch this video right here. And there's a level where you can text me and I will text you back. I had a sweaty day at Descanso Gardens. Guess who found out about it? The people who get to text me and receive text from me. Ooh. They even got to see the sweat on my upper lip if they zoomed in. It was glistening. Ooh. I am so excited to welcome this group of people to the show. This is one of my favorite what was the word I was going to say? Conglomerations? I don't know. Just one of my favorite clusters of people. Jackie Johnson, hello. Welcome back.
This is also one of my favorite clumps of people.
Clumps. That's what I was going for. Yeah. Yes. Helen Hong, hello. Welcome back.
I think of us more as like a yogurt parfait of people, like a clear glass stacked with yummy goodness.
Yes.
Like different kinds of yummy goodness in a layer. So like one of us is the crunchy topping, one of us is the fruity layer, and then one of us is the creamy yogurt. You know what I mean? Like
I love it.
Yeah.
There's like a strata.
Like an acai bowl or something.
Yes. Yeah. Or like a sand. You know, though, like back in the day, I feel like it was very popular to take a bottle and then pour different colored sand in it. And put
sand
like
art.
googly eyes. Is it called sand art?
That's what we called it.
Sand art. Yes. We're either a parfait or we're sand art. Daniel, hello. Excellent intro.
Thank you. Hi, everybody.
How's it going over there?
It's going pretty well. Yeah, I flubbed the intro, and you can only see that if you're a patron, right?
That's right.
Patreon.
What excitement. And then also, Tony Thaxton, hello, the bad boy of podcasting.
Speaking of excitement, yep, that's me.
So
real quick.
Okay.
I just have to. This is very short. I just need to I feel like this is a big news for you and the listeners, regular listeners.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
I've been experimenting at home with occasionally not wearing shoes.
You wild man.
You got to play like a sound effect to indicate the level of intrigue this is.
Tony Thaxton.
I mean, I was looking more for like a dun dun dun, but I will accept that.
Who has the soundboard, me or you?
Okay, so lest anyone just stumble in for their first episode, I don't know if that even happens, but I'm always, on alert for the new people, and I want them to help themselves to a drink, make themselves comfortable, understand what's going on. Tony Thaxton wakes up, goes straight into the bathroom, takes himself a shower, and then dries off, gets dressed, puts on shoes, and he is shod for the rest of the day. He does not fuck around with being barefoot, except lately he's trying it. So tell us everything.
It's not happening all that much, but I'm I don't know if it's like a getting older thing or what, but it's been more so like the thing of like as it gets later in the day, especially if I did a lot that day, if I was out walking a bunch or something, then I'm feeling a little more like, all right, let's get these guys off. Let's get a little more cozy.
Your dogs are barking like that?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
And then there's no slippers or anything. You're just going barefoot.
No, sometimes it depends on the day. Some days I might leave the socks on, but yeah. No slippers. Wow. Not a slipper guy.
I love that this is your version of just going buck wild.
Well,
is because I don't know you that well, Tony, and so when you first started your sentence that I've been experimenting with not wearing,
Ooh.
and I had so many thoughts of like, what could he possibly not? Obviously, underwear was the thing. Like, ooh, he's
right.
naked from the Zoom over Zoom, like from the waist down.
His feet.
You don't know what's going on down here.
His feet are going
buck
commando.
wild is your feet. Just your feet being naked.
These days, it doesn't get very exciting in 2020 and 2021. So that's the little bit of change I've put into my life now.
Tony, do you have shag carpeting?
I do not.
Or shag rug?
No. No shags
Wait,
around
Tony,
here. Yeah.
are you saying at night you watch TV with your shoes on normally?
Sure do.
Oh,
Weird.
Tony.
I know.
What is wrong with you?
Because I generally, it's a weird, it's like a mental thing or something that where I'm just like, I feel more comfortable overall. There's something about having my shoes off that like, it puts me
just
off.
Too crazy for you?
I don't know what it is. I don't know how to explain it well.
Shoes are disgusting. They should only be on when you're outside.
I disagree. I
Amen.
hate when I go to somebody's house and they don't want shoes inside.
Oh, you're never invited to any Asian people's houses, Tony?
Tony.
You're not going to Helen's house anytime soon, Tony.
We are talking about this so much more than I thought we were going to.
Maybe we'll have.
Tony, have you ever been to an Asian person's house?
Yes, I have.
And
How'd it go?
Were you requested to take your shoes off, and what did you do?
Well,
I'm sure he complies. He just doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like put my foot down. I'm not gonna pull a Larry David and be like, no, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I'll follow the rules. I'm just not gonna like it.
Tony, is it like? Okay, let's get to the bottom of this because it seems that you have some kind of foot shoe shame. Which feels more, this is, okay, as someone who's had perfect vision my entire life, except for the last couple years, I've noticed that I am not great. When I go to the eye doctor, I am not good at telling them which one I can see more clearly. And also I can kind of like squint and make out the letters. So basically I am an unreliable narrator of my own vision. And I end up with a prescription that's like not accurate to me because I didn't really understand the question. Then that's a side point. You know how they're like A or B? I'm going to give you an A and a B and tell me if either of them feel right.
I didn't understand the question. How do you not understand that question?
Well,
You're not supposed to squint. Squinting ruins the eye test.
I can make out the letters. And I like to be right. So I just like rattle them all off, even though a lot of them were blurry.
Oh, this is you being overachieving.
Yes.
You're like, you don't want your eyeballs to be underachievers. Well, you want your eyeballs to be at the top level of excellence. So you force them, much like a Korean mother would.
I tiger mom my eyes.
You do.
It's like, can you make that? Read the lines. To me, it is not binary. It's not like I can or can't see it. There's a real gray area. And so if it's in the gray area, I just read it. And that is doing myself no favors. But anyway, Tony, A, if there's an emergency, you want to have your shoes on. B, lazy losers are barefoot. Either of those stir up any emotions in you?
I think I don't necessarily think super strongly on either of those, but I would probably say more A than B, though.
Okay, you just want to be ready.
Yeah. Although, because so much comes up in 2021. I got to be ready at any time.
So how do you feel when you're in the shower or in bed and you're unshod? Do you feel like there's something wrong?
No, because I can't say that I've ever worn shoes in either of those scenarios. So like, that's my time to be shoeless.
Have you been enjoying being barefoot at night watching television?
It's been fine. Like I don't have super strong feelings. It's like some days when it's like been especially hot or something, then maybe like, okay, yeah, that feels good to get those off.
Can I introduce you to the concept of a house slipper?
I've worn them, but only they make my feet too hot. I've worn them when I've been in
shoes
cold
don't?
places. No. Slippers are way hotter than shoes.
How about a house flip flop?
Ooh.
Not much of a flip-flopman.
What about, hear me out, what about a Croc?
I was just thinking that.
I've
Croc.
never worn a Croc, and I don't think I can bring myself to even try a Croc.
What about
they're becoming high fashion.
I don't care.
a house Birkenstock?
I think a nice slide would do you well. It doesn't have to be lined in sheep.
Yeah, exactly. Like there are house slippers that are not like furry, fuzzy winter slippers.
I'm wearing them right now. Would y'all like to see?
Yes.
Patreon.com/Allison Rose. Ooh,
Jackie,
those are
let's see it.
snazzy. Like it's got a
wear
weight
socks
on.
with them because they're comfy. They're comfy, baby.
See, Jackie knows what's up. There's a house slipper, and I just feel like Allison is right. I feel like there's some psychological element, Tony, to you.
Yeah.
Like there's some like it's
you
like,
got foot issues, and I don't mean the type that you have to go to a podiatrist for.
It's like 50 Shades of Grey. Allegedly, she had to like meet this person to like free herself of this sexual repression or whatever. Your toes need to meet the right hot dude to slam your toes up against the wall and like, you know what I mean? Like
paging Dr. Scholes. So get this, you guys. And then I want to everyone has stuff that we need to catch up on. But first, let me tell you. So we were all stunned that Tony watches TV in shoes. Daniel wears jeans until right before he goes to bed. He wears like outside clothes.
Oh my
Thank
God.
you. All day.
Oh my
Whereas
God.
Yeah, that's my style, Daniel.
I have started wearing my inside clothes out if I have to run an errand. I stopped even switching into jeans.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
It's pretty sad. Anyways, so everyone shares the opinion that it's insane that Daniel won't do himself a favor and wear some soft pants.
This is
No.
I think it's a common thing for men. I think this is a real demarcation line between men and women, and of course, this is a wild generalization.
We love
but
those.
women have the experience of like, most of the women that I know have the incredibly blissful experience of getting in the door and unhooking your bra.
Yes.
And just being like, oh, God, yes. That feels so, I've been wanting to get out of that goddamn bra for hours. And it's just, there's something almost religious about, yes, I'm home. I can take all this crap off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think men think that way. I think men are just like, they're already in comfy clothes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, even the men's jeans are like, they're baggier than women's jeans generally. And men are just like, no, we don't have a separate set of indoor clothes.
Daniel, Tony, have you ever been like, oh, I can't wait to get home and remove this blank?
Nutsack holder.
I think when I would go to work and wear suits, or I'd have to wear ties, like that kind of stuff, I would.
Yes.
But these days I wear comfortable clothes.
Yeah.
So
I
don't feel like I need to change.
I wear a bra. Tell me if this is how it is for you guys. I wear a bra so infrequently these days that when I put it on, I feel like my breasts are like, no!
Yes.
Like it suddenly feels so confining. I worry about, yeah.
when I go to work, I wear that underwear that creates butt cleavage. And usually when I get home, I want to take that right off.
You wear a butt push-up?
Yeah.
Nice.
How do you think I got the promotion?
Wait, what?
Do you think that link is in Allison's Amazon store?
Yes.
Because I'm interested.
Amazon.com/shop/I forgot for a second. Amazon.com/shop/Allison Rosen. Amazon.com/shop/Allison Rosen. You can see my podcast gear, stuff for the home, Daniel's butt cleavage.
Wait, is it actually called butt push-up?
Yeah. It's
gross.
It's called butt push up.
So
does your underwear like?
Yeah, yes, but it's padded below, so it doesn't.
Occasionally, he does have 4 butt cheeks. Yes,
so it creates the illusion.
Man, I wish that I was talking to your butt. Frankly, Daniel, I'm not gonna lie. I wish your butt was on camera.
You know, you really don't. Up your butt.
He's always like, "Hey, my eyes are up here."
Listen. You do stuff in business that you got to do to get the
Yeah.
the cha-ching. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yep.
Get that cheddar, and if it requires butt cleavage, if getting that cheddar requires butt cleavage, you're gonna do it.
Yeah. If I'm in a meeting with like I don't know like the CFO and I walk out, I'll do a quick look back, and if he's checking out the cleavage.
Will you drop something like in Legally Blonde? Like drop something on purpose accidentally and be like, oh, there's my pen. And then like slowly reach down and then snap your head and like break the nose of a UPS.
I gotta say, you guys, it gives me so much confidence that sometimes if I'm wearing it and I go to the convenience store, I'll just put my change inside my butt cleavage underwear and then I'll just reach into it when I'm paying for my drinks and stuff. I'll just pull the change right out of my butt cleavage.
Allison, is this what you thought we were going to be talking about?
Yes. In fact, I wrote Daniel keeps money in his butt on my pad of paper right here. I don't really keep anything in my bra, including my breasts, but like lately I keep hearing of women talking about like, you know, using their bra just to hold their phone or this or that. Do you guys do that? I don't do that.
No, my boobs aren't big enough for a phone to fit in my bra.
Oh, is that where they're putting it? I imagine it like on the side strap or something.
Do they sell cargo bras?
They probably do. Yeah. I feel like I've seen a bra that's also a gun holder. I think. I just feel like I've seen that. I don't know. So listen, we got a lot to get to. Helen, you are now raising a baby.
I'm raising a baby.
You are in a new home.
Yes.
Let's talk about all of this. Helen, how's it going? Congratulations to your sister.
I'm so tired. Thank you so much. This baby is 11 weeks old and just so freaking cute. Like so gosh darn cute. And so exhausting. Mm-hmm. And after experiencing what it takes to keep a newborn alive, I literally can't believe there are billions of humans on this planet. Yes. I really can't. I'm like, every single baby that ever grew out of babyhood had to have someone in their life that was awake every 2 hours to feed them, burp them, change them, put them back down. An hour later, start the process all over again. And I'm like, I can't believe more parents have not drop-kicked their babies.
I remember that realization. And I remember thinking like, I guess I'm sort of fundamentally misanthropic to think that most people aren't capable of this. But it's amazing that everyone who's here, that was how, that's pretty much what someone had to do. I know exactly what you mean.
I mean, human babies are literally the most helpless. In the wild, if you're a zebra, you pop out the womb and then you got to stand up and start running or you're going to be lion food. These animals in the wild, they come out of the womb and they're like, I'm ready. Mm-hmm. Let's do this. And human babies are so fragile. You can't even really touch their heads.
Right. They call the the first 3 months, the fourth trimester, because like technically they should still, I don't know if this is true. We heard it at a birth class, so take it with a grain of salt, but that like babies should actually still be in the womb, but because their heads are so big, they wouldn't be able to be born. I don't know.
They say because of the size of the human head, that humans are born about 15 years too early. And that they're not fully developed.
It's
for
true.
15, 16 years.
Right.
It's true. I mean, it's kind of crazy. And the fact that the baby is so gosh darn cute is the only thing that is. And the smell, it's true. Baby smell, God, it's like crack. It's kind of amazing. But, and the fact that the baby did not come out of my vagina or womb or any nethers probably affects, the fact that sometimes I do want to drop kick this baby. Just hashtag brutal honesty with all y'all. Mm-hmm. But the baby is really cute. And the baby has just started smiling.
Oh, that's such a special time.
Ugh, so cute. But I'm so tired.
I am curious how the birth was for your sister, but I don't know how much is public. So to whatever degree you can tell us, how was the birth?
The birth happened in our house.
Oh my God. I forget if I knew that.
We had every intention to go to a birth center, which is very close to our house. We had this whole birth center picked out with these great midwives and stuff. And, you always hear, especially for the first baby that a woman has, you hear that labor can take ages and ages and ages. And once you feel the contractions, you've still got a whole day ahead of you.
Right.
Nah, this baby was like, I'm out. And so she started having, my sister started having contractions. We called the midwives over thinking they would hang out at our house. And then, a few hours in, we would make our way to the birth center. The midwives came and took one look at her vag and was like, oh no, you're not going nowhere. This baby is coming now, and this baby is coming here.
Wow.
So it happened in this house, in my sister's bedroom. I just remember being like, the floors are fucked. The floors are never there is blood and guts and disgustingness. But man, what a trooper. She did no drugs.
Wow.
She just pushed that baby out her hoo-ha.
Were you there when she pushed it out?
Yes.
What position was she in?
She was sitting on a stool, like a birthing stool, which is basically like a squatty potty. It's like it's got the cheeks, but no hole. It's got a big hole in the middle.
Wow.
Like where the baby's head comes out.
A birthing squatty potty.
Yes. That's exactly what it was, a birthing squatty potty. So she's sitting on this stool at the edge of her bed, and she's like, ah. And I just thought, it all totally caught me by surprise. I just thought we were going to be there forever and ever and ever. And the next thing you know, she's pushing this baby, the baby's out. And I'm like, holy shit! There's a baby that just exited your body.
Wow.
Was she, when she found out she didn't have time to go to the birthing center, was she freaked out?
I mean, who knows? Because she was already right, in the phase. I guess when you go into labor, you go into a brainless phase. Your brain just...
And you never really get out of it.
It's useless to ask questions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the mother, because she's not even there really. She's kind of in another space.
Till I got my epidural, I was just, and this is kind of cliche, but Daniel and I had practiced various, ways to manage the pain. He would touch my arm in this certain way and do the various visualizations and all this shit. And, but what it ended up was me in a lot of pain going, don't touch me, and then I'd be like, I'm sorry, but don't touch me.
It was such the cliche bad joke from the 80s,
Yeah. But once I got my epidural, then everything changed. But prior to the epidural, I was just yelling and also throwing up. It was fun.
Yeah, you can't. That's why they tell you better have a plan and some good communication prior, because you're just not. There's no way you're asking the mother in labor, do you want some water? Do you want me to rub your, forget it. She's not even really in reality. She's just And then what our midwife told us this fantastic story about a couple that she was midwifing for. Clearly the wife in that scenario was very kind of like a quiet, a people pleaser.
Mm-hmm.
The wife was a people pleaser, obviously. She was like, oh, everything's fine. And she, was like very like, oh, honey, it's fine. Like she's that kind of person. And so they had been in labor for like 24 hours. And the husband, who was like kind of daft and oblivious, was like chewing gum really loudly. And he's just in the corner of the room. And the midwife was like, I'm going to fucking throttle this guy if he doesn't stop chewing this gum. So the midwife goes, I'm sorry, but can you please spit that gum out? It's just driving me insane. And he's like, oh, yeah, sorry. And the wife, still being in people-pleasing mode, is like, no, it's fine. It doesn't bother me. It's fine. It's not a problem. The midwife's like, well, it's bothering me. So I'm asking. So he spits it out. 12 hours later, they're still in labor. So now they've been in labor for like almost 40 hours. And he puts in another piece of gum.
This guy.
He's in the corner again, like... And this time, because she had been in labor and in pain for 40 hours, the wife just, from like the deepest recesses of her soul, like opens her mouth and this demonic voice comes out and she's like, get the fuck out! Which I was like, slow clap, baby.
Just go, girl. Oh my gosh. Speaking of medical professionals who help us all the time, I want to tell you about Figs. Figs makes scrubs and other wear for medical professionals, but also I almost bought a lab coat from them, and Daniel owns a hoodie from them that has tons of pockets and is super comfortable. I've worn it before. I steal it from him sometimes. So they have stuff that you might be interested in if you're not a medical professional as well, but it is stuff geared towards medical professionals. Figs are ridiculously soft and engineered with athletic apparel functionality, innovative, comfortable, and supremely functional. Every set is made with technical comfort to blend design, comfort, and performance. In fact, I would wonder if these midwives were wearing scrubs that seemed to fit extra well and were super comfortable, I'm going to guess they were Figs. Figs' proprietary Fion X fabric is ridiculously soft with 4-way stretch, moisture-wicking anti-wrinkle, and Silvator microbial technology that inhibits odor-producing microbes and increases durability. Plus, so many pockets, ranging from 1 all the way up to 20. I would like to meet the person who has 20 pockets, because that person has everything they need with them. If you are one of the awesome humans who work in healthcare, Figs wants you to wear the scrubs you deserve and enjoy 15% off your first order. And if you're not working on the front lines, thank someone who is with the best scrubs in the world. Figs will give you 15% off too. Use code BESTFRIEND15 at checkout. Head to wearfigs, wearfigs.com, and enter my code BESTFRIEND15 at checkout. Again, that's wearfigs.com, my code BESTFRIEND15 at checkout. Get ready to love your scrubs. I also want to tell you guys about Glamnetic magnetic eyelashes. I am wearing them right now in case you wondered.
They look fab. I was going to ask you what's going on with your lashes.
Yes.
It's amazing.
I wore a different shape. So, okay, here's my lash story. Up until I got Glamnetic, I only ever wore the little individual ones on the outside corners because I didn't really know how to do a strip lash, and I was just I was intimidated by it. But I had been hearing about magnetic lashes, specifically Glamnetic. They make it so easy because they have an eyeliner that's magnetic. They have like a pen that I've used, and then also a wand. The pen is more similar to what I normally use, so I used that. And then the lashes just like stick right to it because it's magnetic, and they stick right to the liner, and it is so easy. So the last time I talked about Glamnetic, I wore, I believe what is the name of them? I think Venus. And then this time I wore, this is Virgo, which is a slightly different shape that I normally wear. But I'm getting used to it, but fun to experiment with the different shapes of the lashes. And in case you're wondering, but specifically, what is that different shape? Instead of being longer on the outside, these are more longer on the inside. So I think my eyes probably look a little more open and round instead of more cat-like, I guess. Or maybe I look like a cat with big, open, round eyes. I don't know, but I can't recommend them anymore. I mean, what am I trying to say? I recommend them so highly. And then they also have these little anchors that you can use if you want to just feel like even more secure. Takes under a minute to apply with no toxic glue, no struggle, up to 60 uses per lash. So they are more eco-friendly and wallet-friendly. Over 75 styles for your perfect fit, from natural to full glam. Get a different lash for every mood and occasion. Vegan and cruelty-free options available, 100% money-back guarantee. Find out for yourself why Glamnetic lashes are Instagram's favorite beauty hack. Go to glamnetic.com/bestfriend and enter our promo code bestfriend for 30% off your order. This code is only available for our listeners. That's glamnetic.com/bestfriend and enter our promo code bestfriend at checkout for 30% off. I promise you guys, these lashes literally apply themselves. I just sat across the room and they applied themselves. All right, Jackie, the last time we were talking, I don't think you were in the new house because this is a new closet that I'm seeing.
Yeah, that's true. Last time I was on the show, I was in person.
Oh, that's right.
But I don't think I came from my new house. I don't think I did.
You may have, because you were talking about your gardener. You may have come from your new house. You may have just come from your new house.
Oh,
let's talk for a moment about that brief window of feeling safe when life was returning to normal, in the same way that okay, I look back on that chunk of my 20s and early 30s, and I'm like, I didn't realize how good I had it in terms of looking young and supple. Everything else was shitty, but at least I looked young. And then also now I feel like maybe humanity's golden age was this time before the pandemic, since maybe the pandemic will last for the rest of our lives. I'm a bundle of fun. And I didn't realize how great that was. And I also didn't realize how great those few months were, because now I'm back to remote and I'm freaked out. Has everyone else experienced it the same way of having a few months where you felt good and now you're freaked out again?
Yes.
Yes.
Pretty much.
100%.
Yeah.
I went to Dallas, Texas for a gig.
How was that? Was it amazing?
It was terrifying.
This was back when you were scared again.
Yeah. This was a month and a half ago. So the period that you're talking about when I was like, we all see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Right.
There was no Delta variant at the time. And, people were getting more and more people were getting vaccinated, and the holdouts were the holdouts. But whatever, we didn't hear of any spikes of cases. All the cases were going down. And we were prematurely celebrating, I guess. And I said to my agent, hey, I'm going to start taking gigs again. And she was like, great. First up is Dallas, Texas. And I was like, well, that's jumping in the deep end. And it was, because Texas does not believe there's a pandemic going on. And the governor of Texas is a cuckoo pants governor who's threatening to, threatening businesses that require masks.
Wait,
I mean, he's like,
is that Abbott?
Yeah, Abbott.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, he's lost his freaking mind. Yeah, precisely. That sound should follow Abbott, Governor Abbott, wherever he goes.
We're talking about Jackie's hometown.
Yes, we are.
And even it's Dallas. Dallas is one of the most progressive cities in Texas, and my audience, especially audiences that come to my shows if I'm headlining, are super progressive. So I had gay couples in my shows and racial diversity and stuff. And even there, nobody was masked. Nobody was social distancing. I went on stage and opened every single show with wow, guys, this is my first headlining weekend in a year and a half. And one of the nights, this woman was staring at me what? Why? And I was I don't know if you guys heard, but outside of this state, there's a whole pandemic going on. And they all started cracking up. They were like, oh, this is Texas.
Yeah, it is interesting being confronted with people who are living an entirely different reality. One of my mom's best friends down in Orange County, she's not vaccinated, her family's not vaccinated, and they don't take any precautions. But they've been fine so far.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like, oh my God. And like the scariest part, honestly, like, at the club, I'm on stage. There's already like kind of, there's 6 feet of distance no matter what happens because I'm on a stage and I'm separated from the audience. But, in my hotel, I would be in the hotel and like the elevator doors would open and 6 people would cram into the hotel with me and none of them were masked. And I'm in the corner, facing the corner like the Blair Witch Project, like banging my head in the corner wearing 3 masks, being like holding my breath in the elevator. And people are just like like holding drinks and partying in the elevator, like as if nothing happened. And I'm just like, this is terrifying. So that was a month and a half ago. I came back and I called my agent. I said, I don't want to do that again. It's not worth the money. It'd be one thing if I was making $10,000 for one of these comedy club road weekends, but I'm not. Mm-hmm. And I have a 10-week-old baby at home.
Yeah.
At the time, the baby was like, 6-7 weeks old. And so I was like, it's not worth it to me. And so I canceled the rest of my calendar for the rest of the year. And I'm glad I did because now all this Delta variant stuff is happening.
Yeah. Jackie, how has your lifestyle changed?
I went out in public a few times and got a taste of that sweet, sweet life, the 2019 life. I went to a Dodgers game. It was a free-for-all. No one had masks on. Every seat was filled. I assumed they were going to do some kind of social distancing or not sell out the whole place. No, it was packed like sardines. And I was like, no, I'm not ready for this.
Yeah.
And then I was scared and thought I had COVID because my throat hurt, but it turns out it's just because of my air conditioner, homeowner stuff. So I've
humble
decided,
brag.
There's a break in my air vent up there. Like the tubing of your air.
Yeah, the ducts.
One of my ducts is broken, and we're breathing in dirty attic asbestos.
Oh.
So that was not cheap. These are other things happening. So luckily, I just got this house, so I'm just going to be here. I'm going to be hunkered here. I'm not leaving anymore for a while. But I have had a lot of people come visit me, which has been intense. But luckily, all my visitors finally stopped. I had back-to-back visitors. The first month I got my house. Everybody couldn't wait for their free hotel room.
Jackie, are you still doing in-person recordings?
Yes, I will have people over here if they're vaccinated and if I know them, 1 person, 2 people. But I'm not going out into crowds. That's my cutoff.
I don't know. I enjoyed the return to in-person so much. But Jackie, and Helen, one day you'll know, my studio is small. Like putting 5 people in here, I just began to feel irresponsible. But then I started thinking maybe we could put chairs in the... Tony, you would know.
If everyone's vaccinated, I don't think there's an issue. My issue is that the Delta variant, and here we go again, Dr. Fauci, don't quote me, we can carry it if we are unvaccinated and give it to an unvaccinated person. If you're vaccinated, you can have it and give it to,
You can give it to a vaccinated person.
Oh, well, I don't want to do that.
That's the scary thing about the Delta variant is they're calling it the breakthrough. That's how
more
people
kids
are getting breakthrough.
it.
Yeah, because
you can even get it if you're vaxxed.
Yes,
they're finding out more and more about this.
I don't want to give it to anyone. That's my worst nightmare.
So what I read was the viral load. A vaccinated person with a breakthrough infection, their viral load is about the same as an unvaccinated person for the first 6 days. And then after 6 days, your vaccine kicks in and then you get over it a lot faster.
Oh.
An unvaccinated person is sicker. They're sicker for longer, and they're contagious for longer. But there is a gap between when you become infected and when your vaccine kicks in.
Also, the vaccines lose effectiveness after 6 months.
To some degree. They
don't go to zero. But
yeah.
So we're going to have to all get vaxxed again? That whole nightmare again?
Probably.
By the way, Texas is number 2 behind Florida with most cases right now.
Yeah.
But we're 3rd here in California, so.
Well, those are the 3 biggest states, too.
Yeah.
Tony, could we record outside?
Yeah. Absolutely.
That might be fun.
But there's so many noises.
I know.
We're right under a flight path too, honey.
I know, but our
Airplanes are the only thing I would. Yeah, that's going to be.
But there's
the only thing
lawnmowers
that's really...
and cars. I hear so many lawnmowers.
Well, the question is,
in the evening though.
Maybe we could do it at like 3 a.m.
I pose this question to the listeners. You can communicate with us. Email me, ariynbfshow@gmail.com, or call in 323-553-2331, or just tweet ariynbf on Twitter. That's where the tweets happen. Listen, which is more important to you? A show that sounds good or a show where we all sat outside and had the time of our lives? Which do you value? Our enjoyment or your enjoyment?
Well, also, I would argue that still doing that is gonna often sound better than Zoom shows, because sometimes we get audio that doesn't sound great from people.
This is true. It's unpredictable. Yeah, because when we do a Zoom recording, it could sound good, it could sound bad. Whereas when we do an in-person recording outside, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get something that sounds bad.
It's not going to sound bad, though. It's going to sound good. There just might be occasional background noise.
That's right.
It'll sound fine overall.
We'll hear a lot of planes.
Yeah. So, Jackie, did you tell me that you had some gardener drama to share?
Yes. I would honestly love everyone's take.
I love...
Particularly Helen's, because she's confrontational, which I respect.
I love getting people's faces.
Okay, Helen, you might need to come over.
Tell me about it.
Okay, so I was discussing last time I was here about the gardener. We did discuss off mic the price. And just to update, the gardener did upcharge me, which I was expecting, because the man who lived here before me told me how much he paid the gardener. And then the gardeners, I said, I'd like to keep y'all on. And then they almost doubled their price.
Wait, what?
Now, I would do the same thing. So I don't really, and also this is a big yard and there's a lot going on. So I was like, you know what? And then I texted the guy and I said, hey, they upcharged me. And he was like, you know what? They were kind of due for a raise. So I'm letting that slide. I'm letting that slide.
Okay.
Here's the issue. I have some beautiful tomato plants.
Ooh.
And they started to grow. There was 3 or 4 pieces of fruit on each of the vines. I was excited. They were growing every day. The gardeners come, they leave. I go out there. There's no tomatoes.
What?
Oh,
What?
that's weird.
They took the tomatoes.
No.
That's so weird.
Oh my God, Jackie, let's call them right now.
And I haven't said anything, and it's been like a month.
Jackie, let's call them right now.
Wait, Jackie, how sure are you that it was them?
Positive.
It couldn't have been an animal.
Positive.
They
no
stole-
way. They took the tomatoes.
They stole the literal fruits of your labor.
Well, I didn't grow them. They were there when I bought the house, but
you bought those fruits.
I'm wondering if this was the deal they had with the previous owner. Maybe
Did you ask
he
the
let
previous
them.
owner?
No, I haven't bothered him with this. This is the owner's son, by the way. The owner has left. He has left his husk and is no longer alive. So this is the son of the man who lived here.
Maybe you could hold a seance and ask his spirit.
Yes.
Well, I actually had a psychic person tell me that he is not here, because I was wondering if he was still here.
Did you sage the house to get rid of him?
I did, and I said thank you for your beautiful home, and I still talk to him sometimes.
Did he
and,
leave a forwarding address in the afterlife?
He did not, but I'm still getting all of his mail and his dead wife's mail as well. I'm getting it all.
Interesting. Did they get good mail?
No, they donated to a lot of causes. You get on those lists.
Yeah.
The worst kind of people.
But anyway, what should I do, Helen? Because I don't know if this man is responsible. There's several different gardeners that come. There's a whole posse of them. And I was like, hello, nice to meet you. I'm the lady that lives here. Why'd you take my tomatoes? I've just felt too silly to ask.
I mean, that is absolutely unacceptable, especially being someone who grows tomatoes and you know how long it takes.
Yeah,
and
I was
how
so excited.
You get when you see, because it takes a long ass time.
Yeah, it's not instant.
Produce.
How long does it take?
It takes like months.
Wow.
Months. Yes. It takes like 2 I would say it takes 2, almost 3 months for a tomato to go from teeny tiny tomato to like red and ripe and ready to eat.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, let's
Yes.
go around and offer our hot take. Let's start with the most controversial lightning rod of a person I've ever met, Tony.
Tony,
I know
what
that
should
was
I
coming?
do?
I
I feel the need to clarify. They were not full, juicy, ready to go yet. So part of me thinks that he did it for a reason. Also, the tomato plants weren't looking too hot because I didn't understand how the sprinkler system worked, so I almost killed everything in this whole yard. So part of me's thinking, did he get rid of them because they were bad? Did I kill them? But I think they were still okay. Okay, that would continue,
yeah.
please.
Yeah, maybe they weren't good. That's what I think. I often foolishly give people too much of the benefit of the doubt, and so my gut wants to hope that that's what happened. Is that he felt like he was doing a favor and getting rid of bad ones for you. So yeah,
But they
I don't
they
know.
weren't even ready yet. They hadn't reached their full potential.
Well, then why would he take them then?
I don't know, Tony. This is what's going on. This is why I'm so confused.
I just,
All right, Helen, what do you think?
I think you need to. When are they due back?
Tomorrow.
Ooh, perfect timing.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
And so you're not sure if the same people are coming.
I think the same people are coming. I just don't know which one did it.
Okay.
I didn't
you
see it
need
happen,
to,
you know?
Like the second they show up, you go, did you take the tomatoes that were here?
Yeah.
And see what they say.
Yeah.
Because Tony might be right. Like, they might be like, oh, they had worms in them. That's
Right.
sometimes happens. Like, if you don't actually inspect the tomato, sometimes, like, on the backside, it looks like a beautiful, ripe, juicy tomato, and on the backside, there's a giant hole that a
Oh,
worm has
no.
bored through. Yeah. So maybe you had wormy, gross tomatoes, and they were just cleaning them for you, which was a good thing to do, but they still should have asked.
Yeah.
So you take them there, and you go, hey, did you take the tomatoes? And if they go, yeah, and you say, why?
Yeah.
And if they go, well, we just wanted to eat your tomatoes.
Yeah. Then I have my answer.
Then you just say, please don't take any fruit.
Yeah.
And you can be nice about it and just, but please don't take any more fruit.
Yeah.
I was really looking forward to eating those tomatoes. Or maybe he will be like, oh, they had worms all over them. And be like, okay, but still don't do it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I want to see the
I
worms
would like to
for
see the
myself.
worms myself.
Yeah.
Maybe you could start with that. Be like, just like that's how you started. Be like, so were the tomatoes bad or something? Like, why did you take them?
Yeah. Honestly, I need to be what I call the mommy of the house.
Yeah. 'Cause
And
you
I
are
need
now.
to
You're the
step
woman
up.
of the house.
I'm
Yeah.
the mommy of the house now. I need to step up and assert myself as the mommy of the house because
That's
I feel
right.
I've been the sheepish figure now that hasn't wanted to go out there and talk to them. And now they know, oh, she's a sucker. I can take the tomatoes because I haven't asserted myself as the mommy of the house.
And just the fact that they jacked up the price, like double the price, even if
Yeah.
they were due for a raise, double, that's not a raise. That's like extortion.
Yeah, it went up. It definitely went up.
I mean,
and
that's crazy.
I need to go talk to them. I'm hitting my table here. I need to go out there and I need to go, hey, we need to chat.
Listen, Jackie, before you do this, I want you to watch Rocky
Okay.
and Rambo. Actually, watch the entire Sylvester Stallone
Catalog.
oeuvre.
I will stay up all night tonight.
And pretend like you're in, like, running upstairs in Philadelphia and like airboxing. And if you need to put some of that black stuff underneath your eye like they do in the NFL, and really like wear some camo if you need it, Jackie, and just because this is such a trope that women homeowners and women car owners are taken advantage of by service people
Yes.
because we don't know anything, and we're pushovers, and
Well,
we're
it's hard
anti-confrontational.
because I don't know anything. I'm learning a lot about trees and gardening. Did you know you have to water trees? I did not know. I thought trees just lived in the ground. I thought they just existed in the ground and they take what they need from the earth. I did not know this woman knocks on my door. She's like, "Hi, my name's Janine. I live across the street. You're killing your trees. They look horrible. They look like they're dying. You need to water those pine trees." And I'm like, I didn't know you had to water trees.
I'm not sure I knew. I mean, like, it makes sense, but I don't know that I knew either, because I would just, figure it's like the tree will do what it needs to do.
But do you know what Janine told me? She said I need to leave the hose on overnight.
No.
What?
No.
First
A
of all,
very
she's wrong.
I don't know,
a
Janine.
very light trickle of hose
She's
on
wrong,
overnight.
and if you get your water bill,
Well, I've already gotten it.
you will see how wrong she is, because you're going to be like $3,000.
Yeah, I'm in over my head with this yard. I'm going to be honest. This has been a real adjustment to me. I stand in front of you a defeated woman.
Daniel, what do you think?
About the tomatoes?
Yeah, because we're going around.
Yeah.
God damn
okay,
it.
So, well, Jackie, do you have an apron, like a cooking apron?
Yes,
Well,
it's from Anthropology. It's very
all right.
chic.
So here's what you need to do, and I know what to do because I deal with our gardeners.
Okay,
I
get
deputized
here-
Daniel to do it because
Daniel,
I'm with
can you come over and deal with mine?
No, you got to
Pretend to
do
be
this.
my husband.
You got to do this. So
My other
listen,
husband.
Listen carefully. Put on your cooking apron.
Mm-hmm.
Get a pot and a wooden spoon.
Okay.
When they get here to your house, burst out the front door and go, "It's a time to make the sauce. Where are my lovely tomatoes? I can't wait to have my tomatoes."
Yep.
And then you go over there and you're like, "Oh my God, where are my tomatoes? I cannot make my sauce." And then they'll get it.
Yeah. But then do I confront them?
Well, they'll feel terrible by this point.
Okay.
Daniel
Now listen.
Go ahead.
If you ask them, you're going to get one of two answers. They're either going to lie to you or they did it for a purpose.
Right.
If they just took them, they're not going to tell you that.
Yeah.
So after your big performance of how heartbroken you are that you can't make your tomato sauce, then go to the leader, the leader, punch him in the mouth. No, go to the leader and just say, "Was there a Did you guys take it?"
Yeah.
If he says no, just go, "Oh, okay, well, say they're gone. It sucks because it was really make it clear you.
Should I make them go down the street to Vaughn's and buy me more tomatoes?
No, the point of all of what you're going to be doing is to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yes. You're
So,
right. Those
just make
tomatoes are gone.
Make it clear that you were really looking forward to the tomatoes.
Yes.
Good
Masaucha,
point,
Mishaucha.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, Dios
my
mío.
tomatoes. Oh.
Yeah, I think
Like this.
basically just as long as what's communicated is next time could you leave them.
Yes.
Just a couple things. I do wonder, like, is there something like picking the fruit off of the tree is part of pruning it, to your point?
Right.
And then also maybe the previous owner didn't want the tomatoes there because I think that they can attract rodents or animals or like there could have people have brought up this idea, but I do think there could have been a reason more than
That's
just
why it's
taking
good to
them.
ask.
Yeah.
I
But-
need to just go out there and say,
Be the
hey,
mommy.
I need to be the mommy of the house. I need to go out there and just say, well, we need to get on the same page about these tomatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's why
Now-
I bought the fucking house.
Daniel is under the impression that the Italian-American way to say sauce is sauce.
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 Doesn't
Well,
that...
it's
You just watched Sopranos. How did they say it?
I literally did not hear anyone in that
Not
entire
Italian-American.
series.
I'm not talking about like Jersey Italians. I'm talking about actual
From
Italians.
Italy.
Oh.
From Italy.
That's
whose native
worse.
tongue is Italian.
I'm sorry, I'm adjusting to this new information.
I'm not
so
even
you
sure it's
think
all
that
of them.
someone who's
Sauce.
Italian, like Isabella Rossellini,
Do I have to show you video?
you
Do
think
I-
that Isabella Rossellini is like, I would like a red sauce?
No.
Well, who?
I'm not saying Isabella Rossellini.
She's Italian.
What did I just say? I didn't say.
You said-
I said not all Italians. # not all Italians.
Okay, well, like I'm just trying to think of an Italian as opposed to like a Sopranos Italian person.
I'll find you.
Can
a
we have
video.
Helen call a factory right now, a tomato sauce factory, and ask?
That would be amazing. I worry they would not be open right now.
Yeah, I'd be willing to do it, but Yeah, sauce is, I would say sauce is a big stretch.
There's
but
an old man who makes tomato sauce, and he goes, "No sweat, no sauce."
Who is this person? But let me just ask this.
I do know an actual Italian from Italy.
You do?
I could text her right
Let's
now.
call them.
Oh, can we call him?
I don't know about calling her.
All
but,
right.
Who is this person?
Yeah, Tony.
Good friends of mine that live near here. My friend
Tony, is this? Are you getting a little Italian plum tomato on the side?
No, this is a married girl that my friend is married to. They're both
Does
my
he give her the
friends.
salami?
That did not answer the question, Tony.
Will you send them a voice note and ask?
Mm-hmm.
You have
How
to
do you
say
say-
it in the way.
How do you say sauce?
Or ask her to record a voice note saying it,
Yes.
how it's said in Italy.
I will do that.
While you do
And-
that, I would like to raise the following question. You know, on cans of tomatoes and such, sometimes they'll have a number for like, when you're awake, we are too. That's on baby formula. But there might be like an 800 number for sauce that we could
There
find.
might be.
Like a Del Monte 800
Do y'all know
number.
is it sauce?
Yes. I never know if it's
I don't either, but I would like to find out.
me too.
So I have two questions for them. How do you say it and how do you say sauce?
Let's see if there's a contact number for that.
It's really good.
That is a really good question. I always thought it was, but it could be.
There's a Italian restaurant that's open right now.
Let's call because that's the same company.
How do you know?
Because I just had my friend over here who's a chef and we were having this exact conversation.
Did he say sauce?
Did he say
Sauce?
sauce?
Oh, I gotta ask.
I just texted you, Allison, a video of an old Italian man saying sauce. So
Sauce.
All right. Well, I'll watch that. But should we call this restaurant?
Yes, Helen needs to call.
Okay. What the number?
Ooh, we're doing a call again, guys. How exciting.
I mean, it's
Okay.
a tradition at this
Yeah.
point.
Okay.
Just to recap, Helen, how do you say and how do you say sauce in an Italian accent?
Thank you for calling
There you go.
cancellation. So to speak with the hostess, please press 1.
He sounds like he's from Jersey.
He said so we
Yes.
already have one question answered.
Over 11, please press 3. For all other inquiries and to leave a message, please press 4.
He sounds very Jersey.
So one is the hostess.
I pressed 1 for the hostess.
Certainly she'll know.
Ooh. Are we running into copyright?
Hi, thank you for calling. How may I help you?
Hey, is this the same company as the spaghetti sauce that you can buy in the store?
Yes.
Oh, and it's called and not.
Yeah, that's how we say it.
Okay. This is kind of a weird question, and you might not know the answer, but we're trying to figure out how Italian people in Italy say sauce. Do you know if it's sauce or like sauce or something like that?
The who? I'm sorry, can you please repeat that?
Do you know how Italian people in Italy say the word sauce?
Okay.
Do you know?
Like how Italian people spell the word sauce?
Say the word, like pronounce the word sauce.
Sauce?
Mm-hmm. Like spaghetti sauce?
Yeah.
Is anyone there who works there from Italy?
Yes, may I please place you on a brief hold?
Sure.
Who would you like to speak with? I'm sorry.
Someone from Italy.
Someone from the where?
From Italy.
We have a server that's from Italy.
Oh,
but he's working right now.
Oh. I have a
He's
very
running around.
I have a very quick question. Could I grab him on the phone for like 1 second? It's really fast, I promise.
Okay.
Thanks.
May I please place you on a brief hold?
Yes, thank you. I'm
God
gonna
bless
say
hostesses.
I'm gonna say I've annoyed her already. Yeah, she's annoyed.
It's above her pay grade, you know?
Yeah.
She's like, it sounds busy in there, you know.
We're actually going to get a real answer.
I'm excited to speak to this real Italian
Just
server.
be quick and don't waste his time, and I think we're fine.
Buongiorno.
It makes me nostalgic for the vet tech, though, who loved us.
Yeah.
Pronto?
Hi, are you from Italy?
Yes, I am from Italy, yes.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so excited to talk to you. I have a very quick question. You know the word sauce, like spaghetti sauce?
Which word? Tell me again.
Sauce, like SAUCE.
Fa. Okay, tell me the word all together, signora.
Spaghetti sauce.
Oh, pomodoro, spaghetti sauce, marinara, pomodoro.
Yes.
Pomodoro, marinara.
Yeah. How do you say sauce?
Salsa. S as Salerno, E as Amore, L as Loren, S as Susan, E as Amore.
Salsa.
Yes.
Salsa, like a pomodoro salsa.
Yes, salsa di pomodoro, yes.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. I really...
You're welcome.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. No problem.
Bye.
Guys, we know.
Salsa!
Daniel,
Salsa.
He was telling you what the Italian word was. He wasn't telling you
All right.
how Italians pronounce the English
He said salsa.
All right, Daniel sent me a video.
I sent you
see
a video,
Daniel
for
has
God's
a
sake.
puss on his face because
Daniel, why didn't you jump on the phone then?
Because it doesn't matter. I told you not all Italians do this. Allison's the... Say it again.
All this tomato. Look how beautiful. Nice. Hey. Okay, look.
Is it playing?
can you hear it?
Yes, but he's not saying anything.
No, it's just music right now. How far into it, Daniel?
I don't know. I couldn't play it while we were on...
Isn't it cute that he said A like amore?
I thought he was so charming, and all I want to do now is...
Same.
We put it right
Same.
over here.
Didn't
No,
he
we
seem
gotta
like such a
take a
charming man? And he
more
wasn't even
out.
annoyed at me. Like, he was like, oh yeah, pomodoro. I loved it.
I loved him too.
It smells so good. It smells like a fresh plum tomato. Hey, look.
I wonder if he stole my tomatoes.
Okay.
I am like so mad for you,
Okay,
Jackie.
This one, you gotta go
About
this
these
other side
tomatoes.
over here, like this. Hey, I got this little pots. You gotta help me to take the tomato. Cause this, take it by hand that gets really, really hot. You gotta watch.
So he hasn't made the salsa yet. He still has the raw materials.
Okay, listen. I don't know
You
how
might
long
need
it's going to
fast
take.
forward.
Yeah, I don't know where he says sauce, but I believe Daniel. Daniel, you look so angry.
Because you don't believe me, and it's really fucking annoying.
Oh, is
Honey,
this
we're
a
just
marital
having some
strife?
fun.
All right. So here, go to, let's see, like 20 seconds. I'm looking at closed captions because
Oh,
I
okay.
can't listen to the video.
Oh, smart.
Hello, everybody. Look what I got over here. I'm so busy this week, and look how many salsa I make.
Sosa. Oh, he said sauce.
Oh, what?
He said it two different
what?
ways.
That's so weird. He said
He did.
salsa
He said
and then
it
he said
too-
sauce.
Yeah, he said sauce, and then he said sauce.
What is happening? Oh my
Did
god.
he have is he a multiple personality person? Is he
don't
like
know.
split?
He has a shirt he sells that says "No sweat, no sauce," but he says "No sweat, no sauce."
I believe you now. Listen, I don't know
start
about you
now?
guys, but I thought that waiter the waiter whose night we made with our question, he sounded quite attractive. And I would like to go see him in person. Listen, this segue is very circuitous, but by the time I get there, I really think it's going to pay off. I would want to see him in person so he can see how clear and beautiful my skin looks. Do you see any acne on this face? No. Do you see any discoloration? Not really. My skin looks better than it has in eons. And that is because I've been using Apostrophe. It's a prescription skincare company that offers science-backed oral and topical medications that are clinically proven to help clear acne. Now, they also can help you hit your other skincare goals like reducing redness, wrinkles, and even dark spots. I did not need help with acne because I'm an old lady at this point. Although I really wish they had been around back when I was a teenager, but I do have some dark splotches. And also I've been wanting to try Retin A, or I had been wanting to try Retin A for the longest time. But I didn't want to go into an actual dermatologist, especially not this past year, an actual like in-person dermatologist, that is. Apostrophe is so easy. You just fill out an online quiz with your skin goal, stating your skin goals, your medical history. You take 3 pictures, 2 profiles, a straight on one, send it. Very quickly, you get an email saying that you're a dermatologist. And by the way, they connect you with a board certified dermatologist who creates a personalized treatment plan that's tailored to your skin. So you get an email, you look at the treatment plan, and then you check in with them again in a number of weeks. And my personal dermatologist told me that it was very exciting seeing the progress with my skin. And I thought so too. And I started on a very low dose Retin A, and after a little bit of time, I asked if I could go up to like a slightly stronger one, and she did, and it's just been great so far. We have a special deal for our audience. Save $15 off your first visit with a board-certified dermatologist at apostrophe.com/bestfriend when you use our code BESTFRIEND. This code is only available to our listeners. To get started, just go to apostrophe.com/bestfriend and click Begin Visit. Then use our code BESTFRIEND at sign up, and you'll get $15 off your dermatology visit. That's apostrophe.com/bestfriend and use that code BESTFRIEND to get your dermatology visit and save $15. And we thank Apostrophe for sponsoring the podcast. So, Daniel in the intro referred to the bond that exists between Jackie and Elliot. And Elliot has recently, he all the time he asks, when is Jackie Johnson coming back? And Tony, you're also one of his faves.
That's very flattering.
He loves
Love
you
it.
guys.
He's adorable.
You're up there with Peppa Pig. So you guys, it's true.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'm honored. I'm honored to be with Pippa.
Peppa
Oh, that's what I
or
meant.
Pippa.
Who's Pippa?
Pippa. Okay,
Isn't that Meghan Markle's sister, or not? What's her name? Kate Middleton's sister, Pippa.
Yes, Pippa Middleton.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know if you ever watched Facts of Life, but in the later years, after they went down under, they had an exchange student named Pippa, who was from Australia. That's
But
also Pippa.
The pig is Peppa, like salt and pepper.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And speaking of tomatoes, for a little while, Elliot would say tomato and basil.
Oh,
Yeah.
and basil.
Basil. And then also on Peppa Pig, there's a baby named Baby Alexander, but he corrected me. It's Baby Alexander.
And
How
zebra.
continental of him.
Yeah. Zebra.
Zebra.
Yes. There's Zoe Zebra.
She's not a zebra. She's a zebra.
She's a zebra.
I didn't know that Peppa was British.
Yes. It takes
Oh, yes.
place in England. And there's actually a Peppa Pig land, like an actual amusement park in, I don't know, somewhere. I think it's just a little bit outside of London. I feel like compared to Disney, though, it would be disappointing. Okay. Another thing I'm going to bring up from Daniel's intro. So there is a Star Wars hotel, ?
It's coming. It's opening next year.
They just
something
started
like that.
booking reservations. It's
It's
super
like
expensive.
$30,000
Yeah,
a night.
it's insanely expensive.
Where
it's
is
like
it?
is
a
it?
whole interactive thing, right, Tony? Like you go,
Yeah, it's like a
And then you
2-day
get-
experience.
you're part of a whole interactive storyline.
I read the best tweet about it, which is like, for these prices, Harrison Ford better be in my bed at this hotel because it's so freaking expensive.
How much did you say it was, Helen?
I mean, it's I said it was $30,000 a night, but I think I literally heard it was like 6,000 or 7,000 for 2 nights.
I was going to say like
it was
5
some
or 6.
outrageously ridiculous number.
Where is it?
I think it's in Florida.
Yeah, I think it's in Orlando.
You know, the place everybody wants to be right now.
Right. Mm-hmm. You got to play our here. We play it when we say Abbott, but also DeSantis.
What?
You got to play your cuckoo. Yeah, cuckoo sound.
Oh, sorry. I literally didn't understand the words you said. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I didn't make it very clear. DeSantis. There we go. I would like to say welcome and thank you to some new Patreon people.
Allison wants to say thank you to a couple of special people out there who signed up to be new patrons. Patreon.com/Allison Rosen.
Is that Tony playing drums?
Yes, it is.
Hell yes.
It's Tony playing everything, baby.
That's right. Have you ever heard the jingle for Daniel's Cool Beans? So occasionally on the Monday show, when Daniel comes on the show, he reviews beans in a segment called Daniel's Cool Beans. And we have a jingle for that Tony did too, which I think we should hear. But let me first say hello and thank you and welcome to new patrons, Rachel Gomer, Sugarbon85, and Jacob Loresh. And welcome to a new annual patron, David. And that's right. I offer an annual subscription and you get 12 months for the price of 10. So you get
that's a good deal.
2 months free. So
that was Renee, right?
That's right. I recommend that one if you like a deal. Patreon.com/Allison Rosen. All right, let's hear your Cool Beans jingle.
Black beans, kidney beans, pinto beans, and lima beans, red beans, mung beans, navy beans, and fava beans. Really be nice or really be mean. It's time for Daniel's Cool Beans.
So catchy.
As someone who actively hates all beans, that was the most that I enjoyed. That those were the only version of beans that I enjoyed.
I have a follow-up to that. Do you like chickpeas and edamame? Do those count as beans?
I do like them, and I don't count them as beans.
Okay.
Interesting.
Because they are legumes as well.
Well, so are peanuts, I guess.
Yeah. Oh. So you're anti all... Oh, let's hear it again. This is Owen saying Cool Beans.
Cool beans.
Oh, that's so cute.
So you're anti-bean.
I hate beans.
Interesting.
Like whenever I go to a Mexican place to eat, and they're like, "What kind of beans?" and I'm like, "No beans." And I say that like, no beans.
Even if there's a little bit of bean on something, like a nacho, a refried bean on the nacho, you say no beans to that?
I mean, I will eat a nacho that has refried bean on it, but I will not love it. Mm-hmm. And if I have the option to have no beans, I always go no beans.
What's like? Maybe hell no. What's like the most extreme version of what am I trying to say? What do you hate the most? Like just a single kidney bean or like some kind of bean soup or something?
Ooh. Bean soup, like soup that's filled with beans?
Like lentil soup or something.
Ugh. Yuck.
What about chili that has beans in it?
Good question.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, what about like
maybe that's why I don't like chili that much.
A Boca burger that's made out of beans or something.
Yuck. Thumbs down.
Interesting.
Yucky yuck.
Does your
yucky,
sister
yuck.
eat beans?
She's also not too keen on beans. I don't think she dislikes them as much as I dislike them. But I actively do not like beans. I don't like the texture. I don't like the taste. I do like edamame, though. That's the one thing, like edamame that they give you at a sushi restaurant.
You like chickpeas and hummus?
Yes.
Okay.
I do like chickpeas.
Red bean popsicles.
Oh, that's a Korean thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Across the board, no beans. Wow.
No beans.
No beans for Helen. Good to know if she comes over for dinner.
Well, this dovetails right into a topic I would like to go out on. Tony, could you play Snack Chat?
Snack Chat.
So on Monday, I had Dave Damashek, super fun and funny guy on the show that is available everywhere. And cotton candy grapes came up. And I said that I've not had a lot of them. I think I've had one. But to me, it just tasted like a grape. And he was like, well, then I know your taste buds are all messed up. Has everyone here experienced the splendor of cotton candy grapes? I'm beginning to feel like it's one of those magic eye posters where like I can't access this cotton candy ecstasy that everyone else has.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Didn't we have them together, honey? They were delicious.
No, we didn't, honey. Who did you have grapes with?
No. We went to Gelson's once. They had them.
I don't know about
Back
that.
when we used to go to Gelson's all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like something we did, but I don't know.
That's the only time I've ever had them.
Jackie, do you know what we're talking about?
I know what they are, but I cannot recall ever eating them.
Tony.
Are they really rare?
People get all excited when they are available, and they claim that they taste just like cotton candy. They're called.
Wait, so this is an actual grape?
Yes, it's a grape. They're called cotton candy grapes, and people go nuts sharing about how oh my God, they taste just like cotton candy. Oh my God, how do they do that? It's amazing. It's magical. To me, it tasted like a grape.
I'm going to see if they have them anywhere.
Try it. Yeah.
Yep.
Back when Attitudes Pod was throwing shade, I recall Aaron having a whole anecdote about cotton candy grapes from Whole Foods.
Apparently, they're at Sprouts right now.
It's probably a lot of
According to Instacart.
I don't even know if I want my grapes to taste like cotton candy, to be honest.
Well, good news, they don't. But I'm the only person who's like, hey, Emperor, those grapes have no clothes. Tony, have you tried them?
No, yeah, I said on the episode that I've never had. I don't even think I'd heard of them until I think you had brought them up on the show before, like a couple of months ago.
God,
That's
I've become a
literally
real
the
broken
only
record.
time I've
Allison,
heard about them.
When I had them, you had them, and we both agreed that they tasted like cotton candy.
That's not my memory of it, Daniel. I know this is maybe in the same way that Sauce Sauche, there's two of him, maybe there's two of me.
Are we living in alternate timelines?
Yeah.
I feel like we're beginning to see the
glitches in the
Matrix.
Matrix.
The Matrix.
Yeah.
Daniel,
I was just talking about this to a family friend because apparently, like, I have no recollection of ever having like animals in our house when I was growing up, but apparently everyone in my family remembers 1 year we had a Chihuahua for 1 year, and they've all these
what
memories.
the fuck?
And I have zero recollection of ever having a dog as a child. And my mom's like, don't you remember that you would play piano and this Chihuahua would sing along?
That's so cute.
And I'm like, what? I have no recollection whatsoever. And my mom is even like, don't you remember she was a girl dog and she would get her period and bleed all over the house? And I'm like, no, zero remembrance of this whatsoever.
Do they have any photos?
No photos, which is why I think this is either like I'm either being like the hoodwink, they're trying to fuck with me,
Yeah.
like gaslighting me.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm a Helen from a different dimension.
Right.
That like
Right.
that we like our wires got crossed and I've slipstreamed into this dimension and
Or you
there's
missed
another
an
Helen.
update. Your system missed an update
Yes,
somewhere.
there's another Helen in another dimension that remembers this Chihuahua when I was like 8 or 9, and I'm not that Helen.
That's what's happening with me. Like someone needs to find the me that can't taste the cotton candy grapes and kill that version of me. And then I'll be integrated. Because right now, the one who doesn't have cotton candy is the one who's running the show. Who can't taste cotton
I'm
candy
crazy?
grapes. That's
Yeah,
also
let's get her
possible.
back.
Or maybe, like, I think that you're right. There's people that, like, everybody experiences something together except for this one person. Like, remember when that famous striped dress that everyone was
Oh,
arguing, like, is it blue
gold
and
and-
gold
yeah,
or
yeah,
is
yeah.
it black and something? And there's a tiny percentage of people that were like, I see red and pink.
Yes.
And everyone was like, what?
Right.
Or
Also,
remember
Yanni
the
Laurel.
Yanni thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What's the Yanni thing?
Oh, Yanni
Laurel
or
and Yanni.
yeah, there was a recording, and you either heard the person saying Yanni, or you heard them saying Laurel. And it sounded exactly like both. It was very weird. Are you going to find it, Tony?
I could try and pull that up.
I heard Laurel so strong. And my ex-husband kept hearing Yanni, and it was driving me insane.
It was a sign.
Is that why you divorced him?
Yeah.
Yes. Exclusively the reason.
All right, there might be some talking before or...
Laurel.
Oh, okay.
Laurel. 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 Laurel.
I only hear Laurel.
I only hear Laurel.
That's all I hear, too.
Me too.
Let's try to hear Yanni.
That
or
was
Yanni.
quick.
Laurel. Laurel. Laurel.
No.
Laurel.
I only hear Laurel.
Laurel. Laurel. Laurel.
Yanni.
Laurel.
Yanni. Oh, did y'all hear that?
It's so weird. Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Do it one more time, Tony.
Laurel.
Sauche.
Laurel.
Did y'all hear that?
That's
Yeah.
so crazy. I did hear that. When I heard Sauche.
Sauche.
Me too. I think that was the waiter at...
Damn.
Were we annoying the hostess, or was she
Yes.
just...
Definitely.
Yes.
100%.
But
She hated me.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not
what?
offended by it. I don't know if Helen was.
She definitely was not the brightest bulb.
yeah.
But also, I was annoying.
She
Like, if
could've
I was a
shut it
server-
down. Yeah,
No, you
she
were
could've
just-
If I was a
hung up.
hostess, yeah.
You
I
were
would've been
just
like-
giving her a request that she wasn't expecting. Like, it was out of the routine, you know?
Right.
So-
She was very confused.
Yeah.
She
Well-
was definitely not an out-of-the-box thinking person.
But I bet she's super hot.
Yeah. She's
100%.
probably like a young Lala from Vanderpump.
Yes.
Daniel knows
Yeah,
what I mean.
she's a 9 for sure.
You guys, this could not have been more fun. This was so much fun. Thank you so much. I want to remind everyone, if you like what you're hearing, please leave us a nice comment, 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, and make sure that you're subscribed or following in your app of choice. So that, you get the episodes automatically and you don't miss one. Tell your friends. Listen to Childish also. Follow me on social media at Allison Rosen on Twitter and Instagram. Also, I'm on Cameo. Jackie, where do we find you? What should we look out for?
Well, you could find me on Instagram at Jackie Michelle Johnson, and you can listen to Natchboot every Thursday, my comedy beauty podcast. I also have a Patreon. Patreon.com/Jackie Johnson, where we have a good time. And if you love Jamie Loftus, you could listen to the Ack Cast, all about the Kathy comic, and you will hear me playing Kathy.
Yes.
Super fun.
We just had Jamie on a Monday show and we talked about you.
Yep.
Yes.
Very exciting and fun.
Wonderful. Helen, what about you?
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at funny Helen Hong. Don't follow that other girl named Helen Hong because she ain't funny. Follow at funny Helen Hong. And I'm on the season 2 of Never Have I Ever on Netflix.
Fun.
So cool. Daniel, what about you?
Well, my cryptocurrency Quants coin is going to be debuting next Monday. So everybody, you can pre-buy at Daniel Quants, Twitter and Instagram.
Perfect. Tony?
I'm on Twitter and Instagram at...
Laurel. Laurel. Laurel.
And,
Yanni. At Yanni.
yes. And my podcast, Bizarre Albums, every Tuesday. And if you're listening to this the day it comes out, tonight in LA, if you're in the area, playing a show with Jonah Ray at the Sardine in San Pedro, playing some punk versions of Weird Al songs with a bunch of comedians and some other music. So come out to that if you're in the area and feel like getting risky.
Love it. You guys, thank you so much. Listeners, thank you for listening. I love you. You matter. Goodbye.
Hey, do you know about the Allison Rosen show?